So today we're going to do a walk-through deep core workout. It should be about 15 to 20 minutes long, and we're just going to work through my go-to deep core exercises. There's just three, and there are three of probably beginner level deep core exercises to help you focus on engaging properly, mind muscle connection, getting comfortable with your pelvic floor, and how to engage the transverse abdominals and lift your pelvic floor for proper deep core workouts. So we're going to start. I'm going to show you vision from the side. We're starting with just one set of 15 to 20 diaphragmatic breaths. The goal here is to allow your whole belly to relax, and then we're going to lift the pelvic floor, draw the transverse abdominals, your corset muscles, back and in simultaneously with your breath. So on the inhale, we're going to relax and expand everything. Don't push out, just allow your belly to fill with air like this. Okay, and on the exhale, you're going to almost think about as you're pushing air out, you're pushing or pressing your transverse abdominals inwards for engaging and lifting the pelvic floor simultaneously. So as you exhale, it's almost trading spaces. So we'll do 15 to 20 of those and go. Inhale, expand. Exhale, lifting the pelvic floor. Engaging the TBAs. Ladies, one thing you can think about as you're inhaling is almost like your belly's just relaxing, everything's full of air. And think about picking up a blueberry with your lady parts. That's how we think about lifting our pelvic floor. Pick up the blueberry. Draw the TBAs up and back. There's 5. Inhale, expand. Exhale, lift pelvic floor. Draw TBAs back and in. You can almost think about trying to draw your belly button towards your back. Gentlemen, you can do this too. What I want you to think about to lift your pelvic floor, imagine as if you were trying to lift your genitalia off of the floor. If you were like sitting on the ground, so you're trying to lift it up. So that will be what your cue is for lifting the pelvic floor. Like I've only heard this from other male trainers, but in order to engage that, your mental cue can be, if I was trying to lift my genitalia further up, either if I was sitting on the ground or if I was standing. So ladies, think about picking up a blueberry. Gentlemen, think about trying to raise further up. Okay, sorry, let's keep going. On to 10. 12, 13. Let me show you from the front. 15. Let's go 5 more. I don't remember which one we're on, so we're going to do one more. Okay, perfect. So that's our 15 to 20. That's really to get connected with our pelvic floor and our deep core to just get some warm up there, practice utilizing those muscles. So next we're going to come on down to the floor. Come onto your back. We are doing 3 sets of 10 per side, alternating butterflies. And so what this is, as you inhale, we're going to think about filling the belly up with air again. And as you exhale, you're going to lift the pelvic floor, engage the TVAs to help draw your knee back up into center. And what's important here too is to think about separating side to side. So you don't want to like allow your whole body to rotate as you're dropping the knees. You want to maintain stability as best as you can. Think about keeping your hips level. So let's go into those. 8 to 10 per side. Linking again with our breath. Inhale, we expand, allow the knee to drop to the side. Exhale, engage, lift the pelvic floor, and draw the knee back up. I like to put my fingers here just to help kind of bring some awareness to the muscles that we're utilizing for this. All right, let's go. Inhale, relax. Exhale, draw that knee back up. Other side. Inhale, expand. Exhale, lift the pelvic floor. Engage TVAs, draw that knee back up. Again, I'm linking the breath with this. Inhale, expand. Exhale, engage. It's really important to link our breath with the movement because this trains our muscles and our body to engage properly with other activities that we're doing. So for example, when we are doing really heavy lifts, your breathing and when you're bracing and when you're engaging is really important in helping to avoid injury. So this is a really good way to train your deep core on when and how to engage. And you'll have more control over it when you want to engage it for those heavy lifts. Let's do 2 more per side. Inhale and exhale. Last one each side. There we go. Okay, we're gonna take a quick little 30-second rest, and then we will go into the next set. So we're doing 3 sets of these guys. Okay, and we're back. So I moved the camera a little bit to give you guys a bit different perspective, so you can kind of see the rising and like the expansion and contraction of my belly here as we're going. Gentlemen, same thing here. Ladies, all those cues I've told you. Ladies lifting the blueberry. Gentlemen, imagine lifting your genitalia up kind of toward your belly button. That's a good mental cue for lifting the pelvic floor. All right, so another set of 8. Let's go. Right side first. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Lift the pelvic floor. Engage the TVAs. Draw those back and down almost as if they're trying to go to the ground to lift that knee back up. On 3. We're going to go ahead and do 8. We're on number 4. Inhale and exhale, lift. Inhale, expand. Exhale, lift. Few more per side. What's really important here is just the mind-muscle connection. Don't just go through the motions. Really tap in to your body. Feel what's happening. Don't forget to lift that pelvic floor. That is like one of the most center parts of our deep core. And if we lose control of the pelvic floor, a lot of things just begin to fall down, because the pelvic floor is essentially what holds all of our organs up and inside where they're meant to be. Two more per side. Of course, our organs are supported by other parts of our deep core and our body as well. But they all work together as our foundation. Okay, 30-second rest here. Okay, last set, you guys. Come on down. It can go away from you a little bit this time. Let's get this going. 8 per side, and go. There's one. My fingers here are just a cue for my own mind for where I should be feeling engagement as my knee draws back up. As we expand, we're not forcing the belly out, we're just allowing it to fill with air. So we're consciously letting everything relax. The pelvic floor drops, the transverse abdominals relax. We're just letting everything naturally expand. A lot of times we're trained to hold everything in, and that can lead to a lot of tension in our bodies. And having good control of our tension in our body, letting our muscles relax when we want them to, is really good just for our overall balance and ability to control those organs. Because if they're under tension, sorry, not those organs, those muscles, because just like anything, if it's under tension for too long, it's going to get fatigued and it's just going to stop doing what it's meant to do. That'd be like trying to hold a dumbbell in your bicep curled for however long, or hold out a plate in front of your body or in front of your arms. Your shoulders are eventually going to get tired. So if we are keeping our deep core under tension for too long, the same thing can happen. It's going to get fatigued. It's going to stop doing what we want it to do. So practicing just allowing it to relax is really good. Having control over that. Let's do one more per side. All right. Okay, so last thing here, you're going to need a bench of sorts. You can use a chair. I just have a box here and a band, so like a glute band. Band's gonna come around your knees, and the box itself, height isn't horribly important. The higher level it is, the less challenging, versus the lower it is, the more challenging it's going to be. And we're just doing like an incline bear plank abduction. So what we're going to do is we're going to expand, lift the pelvic floor, engage the TVAs, and you're going to maintain that bracing throughout, breathing, but keeping everything lifted and drawn back. And we're going to use the box for our hands, and your toes are going to just tuck up underneath you, and your knees will come slightly off the ground. So once our knees are slightly off the ground, we're just going to do 8 abductions, keeping pelvic floor lifted and the TVAs drawn back and engaged. So I know that was a lot, but let's do it all together. I'll walk you through, and we're going to do 3 sets of 8. So hands on your box. Let's expand. Exhale, lift the pelvic floor. Draw the TVAs back and in. Toes under. Lift your knees up off the ground and hold. 8 abductions. 7, 8, and back down. So what's really important there is to think about not holding your breath, allowing yourself to breathe while you're doing this. I know it's not a very long time, but it can happen. And then when we get into that, like that engaged point where our pelvic floor is lifted, our TVAs are drawn back and in, like we were doing with the diaphragmatic breathing, we want to maintain that throughout. It's really easy to just think about like bracing and everything's like this outward pressure. We want to reconnect with that pelvic floor and make sure everything's lifted. Okay, second set, ready? Inhale, expand. Exhale, draw the pelvic floor up and the TVAs back and in. Tuck the toes. Lift your knees up off the ground and abduction. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And down. All right. 30 seconds. It's really good to just like do these kind of back to back. I don't like to take much longer than 30 to 45 seconds between exercises because it is core work, and because there's so much mind muscle connection, it's good to keep your body engaged with that. Once you start to learn how to control these muscles, the more you practice with them, the better. Let's do our last set here and I'll wrap up, okay? Inhale, expand. Exhale, lift the pelvic floor. Draw the TVAs back. Toes under. And lift. Abduction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, that's it. So that is the full workout. So that took us about 30 minutes. Granted, that's because I was chatting a lot and teaching a lot, but you can take these exercises and do them on your own. Like I said, 30 to 45 seconds rest between each. We started with the 15 to 20 diaphragmatic breaths. We went into 3 sets of 8 per side of the alternating butterflies. And then we finished off with the 3 sets of 8 to 10 bear plank incline abductions, okay? So yeah, that is a simple workout, beginner level for deep core exercises. And if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Please like and subscribe. This is number 1 of hopefully several deep core workouts that we'll be getting on here for you guys to follow along with and then do on your own. Okay, thanks for following Paradox Fit. Bye.